And we back with yet another episode of R&R. It's Jamerson, Ballard. I am your illustrious host. And happy Tuesday? Yeah, happy Tuesday. Of course, I'm late. I got a little explaining to do. I'm going to do a little nigga explaining. I hope it's cool. I actually feel like I owe y'all a whole nother episode because, again, I was on my journey to becoming internet sensation. And, I had to explore some of my options. I had tried to politic with TikTok, and I had a lot more interaction with TikTok, right? And so shout out to TikTok. But unlike this platform, I wasn't notified when my internet was being janky. Like my internet wasn't. It was acting up. So, and I was not notified. I'm just chopping it, boy. Stupid, dumbass chopping it. And it just kept it lit. Like, I didn't know until on the playback, I was trying to play it back, to try to see how my shit looked. And it was just, it wouldn't let me download it so I can upload it or nothing. I was like, wow, I found out the hard way. So, and, I like YouTube too, but with YouTube, it take like a whole half a day for it to upload the episode, which is annoying. You know what I mean? But anyways, it's Tuesday. I really don't got no excuse. Like I said, I basically wasted episode 11. It was good too. I wish I was there. Then again, maybe not because it wasn't really popping like that. Anyway, yeah. So we here. I'm gonna have to probably keep this one lightweight short though, because I actually got a class in about 40 minutes or so. So I'm going to try to pack in a lot in a little bit of time. By the way, this episode is brought to you in part by Kicks, the urban luxury shoe brand developed by yours truly. And also the Velvet Tiger. So if you're in the Oklahoma City area and you indulge in hydroponics, please pay them a visit and use my name and be sure to, let them know that I sent you, and they'll give you at least a free pre-roll or something. Hey man, we still just, in the beginning stages of this sponsorship game, but we going, we moving. But yeah, so last episode I entitled it, like it matters. Why it's lonely at the top. And another thing about TikTok, I couldn't even put my whole title in there. It was crazy, bro. I was just trying to figure it out, man. But I'm finna step it up in another way. This might be one of the last live episodes for a minute, because I'm gonna probably do something where I'm pre-recording it and pushing it out that way, just to get some of this editing quality up to par. Get some theme music. Maybe a logo, an opener, all that. So, we'll see. This kind of ride with me, because we growing. You know what I'm saying? We growing. We doing bigger things every day. And it's real. But on today's segment of Is That Right? Now, we usually start the show off with this segment. I just started this probably a couple episodes ago, but Is That Right is just kind of one of those segments where we just go over some of the wildest shit that's happened, in the last few, because I just kind of wrap up the week in my experience. Normally I have a lot to say about what I got going on right now. I think that I'm going through a growth spurt, because whenever I have one of those days where it's like it seems overwhelming, I feel like and I say feel like, but it's been my observation that I evidently am up for promotion, and feel free to adopt this mindset because it's helpful. It'll keep you from spazzing out on people, because you kind of got to understand that, when you are due for a promotion, you're being observed a little bit closer, and things seem like they happen back to back, but it's just maybe to see how you handle pressure. And today has been a pretty pressurized day, but I think I have to thank the Most High, because I pretty much passed what I was bad. Actually, I did cut somebody out today. I don't think it was so bad that it cost the company that I do work for during the day a client. I thought that it was gonna make it to where I couldn't deliver to them any longer, but apparently it's not the case, which is something to be said about skill level. And I'm not bragging, but if you have a certain skill set and you are good at that, you should always let your skills speak for you. A lot of people kind of try to, and I say a lot, but a certain percentage of people will do what I like to call, ass kissing to get promotions, et cetera, when, you don't necessarily have to get along with everybody when you let your talent speak for itself. Some people I don't know, let's just say Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan could probably be a dickhead to a lot of people. And a motherfucker not gonna want to play basketball with him because he's great at what he does. And whether we're friends off the court ain't necessarily the biggest deal. This, as long as when you come to this arena, you bring your skills and you leave your personal shit outside. So anyway, I kind of lost it. I called a guy name, which it probably could have been worse, but we definitely didn't want to get any further than that. And it came back around that, the guy was being a dickhead. That's what was relayed. He kind of deserved it, because he was butting in the conversation with me and another guy when another guy came in kind of high, talking to me about how I, honked the horn at them for, needing to get by. Not necessarily road ragey, but it was just kind of I'm in a hurry. And I didn't understand what they had going on, but when I honked the horn to get acknowledged that I need this person to move up a couple of feet so I can slide by and get on up out of there and go do what I gotta do, I was waved off, whatever. And that irritated me. But every day I pray that, that I am slower to anger, because, we all have our setbacks, but at any rate, it didn't cost me money like I thought it would have if things would have went a little bit worse. So, thank God that, that went through. At any rate, that's been, it was another thing with the guy who, I don't know. For me, I don't know about y'all, but it gets under my skin, and I hope y'all can hear me okay, right? But I get really, really irritated when I'm underappreciated. And so, I try to go to bat for the people that are, that I am the leader of. And sometimes people don't necessarily want to be, they don't want to be told what to do, or, they don't want your help. And I have to, just kind of understand that that's something that's your choice. But, you don't really miss your water until till it's gone. And, now that I don't necessarily have to do as much to, buffer what an individual might do, it frees me up mentally. But at the same time, it's just kind of you just kind of got to let people bump their head, man, because like I said, everybody don't necessarily appreciate you. And, that's just something, that comes with life. And, when you're dealing with individuals who are, younger, you just kind of got to let them do that. I know that sometimes as a man, you might need help, but you might be, where you don't want to ask for it. And I try to, put myself where I'll make myself accessible. And, but I might I think the person thinks that I'll be talking to them like they're not competent, when it's just me understanding that there is more to come. Although you've worked this job for about 5-6 months, you still haven't seen everything. And, they are irritated with maybe me hovering. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, I have no problem with letting people bump their head overall. It's just that I brought this person in, and I was kind of thinking that them failing was a reflection on me, and I just try to prevent that in any way possible. But like I said, at this point, you made it past the 90 days, and if you it's like sink or swim, and I gotta kind of let go and let you handle business. And if you fail and I'm here, you want to call, cool. But if not, fine. It's just when somebody stops talking to you, I want you to understand that you fucked up. Some people think that, they don't want people bothering them, but, me personally, it irritates me too sometimes. But, when I understood things in this way, like when you got somebody talking shit to you, whether you're a student or, it's kind of because they fuck with you. And when they not fucking with you, you'll feel it because they don't care. And you think that you getting away with shit, but it's just kind of like they don't fuck with you, which is kind of like what I think like today was kind of like the gist of that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you getting dealt with, or you getting tested, or that means that God is dealing with you and He loves you. You know what I mean? Because He said He chastised those that He loved. And you will be tested if there's something that you have. It's when you're not being challenged that you need to start worrying. Because you might be playing for the wrong team. Just saying. You going through your life, you ain't going through nothing. You ain't having no turbulence. You're not having no issues. You might be, I don't know, working with the devil. I mean, he don't see you as a threat, so you're not really nothing to be. You already on his team, if that makes sense. When you going through shit and you being challenged, you might want to, you just praise God and go on about your business, man, and understand that everything happens for a reason. So, with that being said, let's get into this segment. Is that right? So now, Trump. The title of today's episode is Trumped Up Charges. I know maybe you've not heard that term before. I've heard that term quite a bit, and it's just kind of ironic that Trump is now having trumped up charges placed on him. Now, they didn't hit this man with 34 counts, found guilty on all 34. And, I mean, he be saying this a witch hunt, and I kind of feel like maybe he might be right. But what I don't think the Democrats were anticipating was the fact that in their pursuit to try to sully his name and make him a felon, dun, 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 they might have actually did the opposite and made him a martyr. Yeah. They might have made him, some like a martyr, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like when they decide they want to get rid of certain individuals, like when they killed the young brother that was a Black Panther in Chicago, and I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but when they killed him, I almost had it. I mean, they want to do away with these individuals, but they be making them legends when they do so. And, with them trying to get rid of Trump, it's so hard. They might have just made him more legendary because, now at this point, he'll probably get these charges done away with. They're very low-level felonies, and it's just kind of like, after he goes to appeal these, which will take some time, they might have just been trying to get his some of his capital drained, or drain his pockets, because they understand that he he's got a campaign to run, and he's got all this stuff going on with litigation. There's no way he can run a proper campaign. But like I said, his base seems to have been ignited because of this issue. The only thing I would think that needs to happen now in order to get us involved, because it seems like there's a lot of fuss over us in particular, like the black male vote, would be for him to, I don't know, give us reparations, which would be too close to right. If he did that, again, he would probably irritate his base, which is not something he wants to do in order to win. But I think the question was raised, like, what can he do to satisfy us and give us something tangible while not irritating his base to the point where they don't want to deal with him at all. And I don't know. I haven't really sat and thought about real ideas, but I guess one could be no taxes, which would probably help a lot of us if we were to start businesses. Just to kind of make it like you are tax exempt. That's a good place to start. I would rather have cash. That's just me. Me being a foundational Black American. Shout out to Brother Tariq Nasheed for the turn. I would rather have cash payments, man. But if it comes down to them giving us something that's not going to irritate them, but it's still us having something tangible and make us kind of like, oh shit, that's a bet. No taxes. That's an easy, I don't know, $6,000, maybe $8,000, $10,000 a year that we get to keep. And it just depends. Free healthcare was probably be another one. Because of course I think that we need a crime bill. I just don't understand it. I don't see that happening right off. I would very much appreciate that. I actually got some merch about to drop that's gonna probably piss a lot of people off because it's Pride Month, and with Pride Month comes a lot of gay parades and things like that. The question was posed to me, like, what do we have as straight men? Do we have any support groups or anything that we can do? And I'm about to drop a hat, and y'all will see it. I'll put it on my next episode. I think I'll have it by then. If not, then it'll be the one after that. But I'll post a picture of the new hats that I got coming out, and they're going to say, "Make America Straight Again." Yeah. It's going to be lit. I already got a few of them sold already. So let me know in the chat if you're interested in that. Which kind of brings us to our next piece of this segment. By the way, it's been a lot of rioting and things of that nature in Philly, apparently, the city of brotherly love of all places. I'm almost ashamed to say it. They out there beating each other up, just hitting each other upside the head with rainbows and whatnot, and they got each other seeing stars over what I cannot tell you, but it's a lot of. They not throwing solid. And it's some bullshit. I just seen I don't even know. I haven't seen nothing on the news about it. It's just ridiculous. At any rate, there is, though, a fairly new white supremacist group by the name of the Patriot Front. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them, but they're led by a dude named Thomas Russo. And he was interviewed a couple days back by, I don't know the guy's name, but he was just asking the guy was asking Thomas if he could be an American. It's like, like a real American. Like, what's a real American? And he was like, somebody that is of European descent that has been acclimated to this system. It's what? That by definition makes you not real because you from somewhere else. But whatever. Anyway, they not real new. They're actually a spinoff of the Vanguard group. It's the Vanguard America group, and they wasn't good at white supremacy then because they got caught up in some bullshit, and they rebranded to this new group called the Patriot Front. They're a bunch of young white Americanized men who look like they may be actually part of the Fed, if I'm not mistaken, allegedly. I mean, I'm not saying that they are, but they was at some pride rally, I guess, out in Idaho. They from out of state and drove out here to cause a ruckus out there, and they didn't got caught. 31 of them got caught. They just not good at being white supremacists. I don't know. Should I be afraid? I'm not afraid because you keep getting caught doing, and you have all the advantages. You're white, and you just nobody. The police don't even like you, so it's just what is the point? What's the point? Anyway, they suck at being white supremacists, and that's just What are you doing, man? What's going on? It's some other nonsensical individuals that's in the news right now that this caught my attention. I don't know if y'all seen this, but there was a silly man by the name of Corey Harris that was driving during a video court hearing on a driving with suspended license charge, and he was ordered by Judge Cedric Simpson to turn himself in by 6 p.m. or he'd have a warrant for his arrest with no bond, because during this video arraignment, this motherfucker was driving. He was driving while he was on a suspended license charge for driving with a suspended license. Talking about, yeah, hold on, let me pull over right quick. The judge like, are you stationary? Like shaking his head like, this motherfucker dumb as hell. Now, I heard the individual, the black dude too, the judge, I heard the individual was on a suspended license charge. Yeah. And he's driving right now. So the lawyer's like, yes, Your Honor, he is. And like, how idiotic can you be? You got to be dumb. You trying to, what? Now, the nigga talking about, he was only driving because his wife was needing to be brought to his doctor. It's your doctor. Your wife need to go to your doctor. Nigga, you can't get her an Uber or something? A Lyft? You got court today. Why the fuck didn't you have the good sense that God gave you to at least get out your car and act like you not driving while you doing this court shit? And just stand outside. Sit on the park bench or something. You can be 5 or 10 minutes late to your appointment. The judge said, hey, you gotta turn yourself in by 6 or you'll have a bench warrant for your arrest. Dumb motherfucker. I just can't believe it, man. I cannot believe it. I think he made Donkey of the Day, which, I don't really pay attention to that. But I just seen it and thought, this motherfucker's an idiot. So that's two idiotic individuals, a group of idiots and that nigga. And then there's another motherfucker. This is a group of two. These motherfuckers, they in the Bay Area, and they was caught stealing used cooking oil. How you even get caught doing that? What the fuck is you doing? Stealing used cooking oil, nigga? Really? Now, they on the news speculating like, they could probably get like $500 for the used cooking oil. They might be using it to create biodiesel and selling it to. I don't know what the fuck you doing. How you? Which one? And there was an old nigga and a younger nigga, a young old nigga. And I guess it's the old nigga's idea. Like, look, man, hey, Nigga, you know what they ain't looking for is a nigga, man, we got this, I got a lick, man. I got a lick on this cooking oil shit, man. I got a nigga want to buy some used cooking oil, man. We can make a quick $250 real quick, man. Ain't nobody worried about that shit, man. And then your ass got caught trying to steal fish grease out the grease trap. Nigga probably worked there, got a key and all that shit, and you still got caught. These niggas is dumb. You got to be some of the dumbest criminals ever, man. And yeah, that's right. These niggas is retarded. One last thing for this segment, man. I guess this happened like maybe last year, and it just kind of finally came to a head because I haven't been, I just seen it, but it was still kind of relevant to this segment right now, given the last two individuals, or the last two incidents, rather. A San Diego police officer by the name of Anthony Hare. Did y'all see that? This motherfucker had to resign because he was caught with a detainee in the backseat of his squad car trying to get some sexual favors, and the nigga couldn't get out. He couldn't get himself out. He locked himself in. Now you done got yourself into some bullshit, letting your dick do the thinking for you. You got a bitch who was, I guess, being arrested for trying to steal a car, and she trying to get out that shit. She like, you got, what you want? Blah, blah, blah. He like, hey, stop talking like that on the kid. I'm recording everything. Like, and then I guess he decided, she really wants it because she offered it up more than once. She just kept asking me. Yeah, of course she kept asking you. Your dumb ass, wait, okay, come on, let me just get in the back seat. Nigga, the back seat doors are locked. Now, I don't know if this is like a regular car, but usually on a regular car, you could like push that button inside the door that lets the child lock, where you can get in and out of your door from the inside, but maybe not. I don't know. This is a police car. Maybe they built like that. I doubt it though. It's a Chevy. So you can lock the lock, or you can push the button where it's and then lock it, make you where you can get in and out from the inside. If you wouldn't have been thinking with your dick, bro. And I'll go over some of these scientific facts in this segment that I got coming up pretty soon. But yeah, you can't. Men don't understand how dick work, apparently, because your dick obviously needs blood for it to work, and the blood's coming from your head and your feet. And I guess he don't got a lot going on here, so when it went to he kind of let it, and he let his dick do the thinking for him. Now, he'd have had to call his partner or somebody. I don't know if it was his partner. Can you come get me? Can you help me? Can you? And the nigga, I guess, they ain't one of his partners because he definitely told on his ass. He got arrested or something. He didn't get arrested, but he ain't got no job no more. He's been on the job 2 years, which goes to my first time. Motherfucker be on the job. After 3 months, most motherfuckers be feeling like they know everything. They comfortable. I always say this, comfort is the enemy of success, but niggas been on the job 2 years. I guess he know everything about the job. He good. The bitch can talk him into trying to, get out of this by playing with his dick in some way. The dude that came got him, though. He got semen in his motherfucking lap. And that's a wrap. So men, please understand. You don't know every motherfucking thing, man. Some shit you don't necessarily want to have to find out the hard way. But if you watch this show, I'm going to put you onto some shit so you don't have to. All right? Now, on for the next segment. Now, this shit is crazy. This celebrity spotlight, which probably should be maybe a sports segment, because there's a lot of sports niggas doing dumb shit, but we just going to kind of get right into this shit. Deontay Wilder, I feel kind of sorry for the nigga, man, because, he was doing good for a long time, but I think a few days ago, he done got his ass beat, man. He got the fuck knocked out of his ass by a nigga named what's that nigga name? Zane. I think this nigga Russian. I mean, he not even an in shape Russian, but he is. In Dante Wilder's defense, this dude was about what, 68 pounds heavier than this nigga. Why did you even agree to this fight, man? That's that lifestyle of the rich and famous, man. It kind of, you got bills and shit possibly. It's like, man, fuck it, I gotta do this shit. I guess he told some nigga that if he loses this fight, he gonna retire. And I mean, maybe you shouldn't be boxing because you done got your ass whipped by out of shape Czechoslovakian looking motherfucker. And no disrespect to Zane, you know what I'm saying? I guess I'm pretty sure he I've never heard of the nigga. But I ain't really been checking for heavyweights like that, bro, because I've been getting disappointed like this. And I mean, I just hate to see one of mine get their motherfucking ass whooped again. But like I said, I think Dante was offered the opportunity to train with Mayweather and he turned it down because I guess he felt like, he didn't need no help. But, to all you motherfuckers who have success doing the wrong shit, it's going to be really, really hard to get you to realize that you're not doing shit the right way. To unlearn some shit and gather yourself. Because you didn't already got further than you thought you could have got like this. And so it's like, what can you tell a motherfucker that know everything? Not nothing. And until this kind of shit happened. And he got his motherfucking ass whooped. And I kind of hate to see it because it's like, it's not like it's a shit that just happened, in the backyard between him and the nigga. Then everybody seen this shit, man. It's everywhere. You probably ain't gonna lay this shit down. You might as well just go on and quit, bro. And I hate to say it. But on another front, it was a dude named Kermel Moton. Now, this is a young cat out of the Mayweather camp. And this motherfucker, he been doing his thing. Now, he had a fight with a dude named Anthony Cuban over the weekend. And he did a phenomenal job. Now, the first two fights he had professionally, he knocked him out first round. So this is the first time that, he'd actually gotten taken through a complete fight, which is, shout out to Anthony Cuban because he was in the fight for sure. I mean, they in there brawling. He just wasn't winning none of the rounds, bro. He just wasn't. I mean, dude kind of slender. He probably had some reach on Cuban, but Brett's skills was there. I mean, he was throwing in and landing them. The percentages was there. I mean, footwork was there. Brett looks phenomenal. So look out for him if you haven't been seeing any of that. If you need some new blood to follow as far as in the boxing realm, because I don't really do a lot of the other sports right now. I'm not doing too much basketball, football. They didn't turn me off on the football. Basketball is just whatever. All they doing is shooting 3-pointers now, thanks to Stephen Curry. And then, I know boxing is probably riggable, but like I try to catch it, while it's still, fresh. But there is another fight that is looming, and I think they had to reschedule it, which kind of is probably a good thing. But old Mike, man, I say old Mike because Mike Tyson is 57 years old. He's too old to be fighting, and he didn't agree to fight. Shit, I can't even remember the dude's name right off because he's that much of a nobody to me. But Mike then agreed to fight him. Now, if you know in the comments what I'm talking about, leave that. But I think it's some brothers. It's a Caucasian dude, and the name might come to me while we talking, but I neglected to put it in my notes because it's like I said, he's not who the focus point is. The focus point is on Mike. Mike had some kind of medical emergency where he felt dizzy and nauseated on a flight, and he said it was a flare from an ulcer. So you got ulcers, which is like a hole in your stomach lining, and you got nauseated because of that, and they had to, stop the flight or something, get this man some medical help, and I guess he didn't postpone the fight because of that. He ain't been able to train, which It's probably smart, but it's just like, why did you even agree to this fight, bro? This fight for Mike is a lose-lose. There's no win in it for you. The money, I guess the money is there, but Brett who keep fighting old school cats is like a vulture to me, and I don't respect it. Damn, I almost thought his name. I really don't want to give him no more credit. But it's annoying to see that these people be in such a financial bond that they have to agree to do a fight like this in your late 50s. Which, I mean, Brett might, have a shot of winning on the strength that this Mike Tyson is way over the hill. He's saying that he's in great health, and I don't know. The fight was supposed to be July, but they didn't postpone it. It might not happen till the end of this year, and I really, for one, don't necessarily want to see it. I hope he call it off altogether, because it's just dude need to just go out and make a name for himself, fighting people who could actually beat his ass. Not somebody he feel like is elderly and they had a past of winning. Tarver, I think, said he would fight him. But Brad ain't trying to hear that because he actually still ain't, elderly. Brad only fighting geriatric motherfuckers. And that to me is some sucker shit. But anyway, Antonio Brown, this motherfucker then filed for bankruptcy. This is the wide receiver that used to be with Brett Favre, which is why Brett Favre was probably getting, I say Brett Favre, Lord forgive me. I mean, Tom Brady. He's receiver for Tom Brady. And he actually walked off the game. And, he had some successes. Brett had like 81 M's. You went from 81 M's to nothing. And maybe not nothing, but to the point where you like, hey, I ain't got it. I'm finna just file bankruptcy and I'm gonna just tell people I'm broke for 7 years until I get it back together. And that's, look, I can't knock nobody for what they doing. You keep the money in your pocket now. They don't take nothing, all the debt you incur. I guess you just kind of say you fold it up on that shit, but it just looked bad. It looked bad, man. Some of these cats need to learn how to quit while they are still ahead. You steady spending money like you a superstar. You got bread coming in. He had a little arena football team or a minor league football team or something he had going on. And I guess all that shit just kind of fell apart. And, whatever. But Sean Kingston, I don't know what the fuck going on with Brad. Brad is just kind of like, ugh. I mean, he's such a beautiful girl. That nigga. Now, he even got in something. I don't even remember. But apparently him and his mama and his sister have been scamming since they first got in this shit, man. And this shit then came full circle, man. So now he in the news because he even came against the bullshit. And it's sad to see, man. Also, and this was the one that kind of tripped me out the most. Motherfucking Birdman, little brother, and jumped on Swamp Stories and told on everybody. Now, he ain't told on nobody, allegedly, because, I don't, man, but it ain't no statute of limitations on him. I mean, but I guess he done went and did some time. He served time for whatever crimes he did. Now, he came on I guess his claim to fame is he was original hot boy. And he, was selling dope and killing motherfuckers, but he just telling how Birdman was the nigga that first got him to do a killing, and he just wanted to impress his big brother, and it's just like, bro, why would you even... Niggas be wanting to be seen so motherfucking bad, bro. It just don't even make no damn sense, man. What some motherfuckers will do for fame. They want to be famous so bad, bro. Fame is not, a lot of motherfuckers just want attention. That's sad, bro. Stop, man. Just stay the nigga in the background. You want people to... I mean, this shit kind of could have been a movie. And it might be at some point. I don't know, man. It just looked like, look at me. I'm the reason why these niggas is... I'm the real hot boy. Nah, them niggas is just niggas that... I'm the reason why they even say that out there in the booth, man. Okay. I got it. But it's been a long time since that shit was something that motherfuckers gave a fuck about. And it just looked desperate. But that's all I got for Celebrity Spotlight, man. If you a nigga that just want to be famous, hey man, I have to tell you, man, you gotta watch why you want to be famous, because it's a lot of people that don't care. They thinking about the money, but it's not about how much money you got. It's about what you did to get it. For motherfuckers like me, but that's me. It's real nigga rants, not regular nigga rants. Okay. I know. It ain't necessarily a popular opinion, but this segment I like to call "Don't Be a Weirdo." Now, today's episode of "Don't Be a Weirdo" is a 28-year-old woman by the name of Blanca. She brought a man to her spot after meeting him at a bar. Now, you probably gonna say they was at a bar, right? Yeah. And she met a 17-year-old at the bar named Muhammad Ali. Not the Muhammad Ali, but a nigga named Muhammad Ali. He's 17 years old. What the fuck is he doing in the bar? How did he even get in that motherfucker? Where was this bar at? Huh? I'm not trying to snitch. I'm just saying, how the fuck... Was it a fake ID or something? I mean, this bitch is actually a predator. She probably don't know it or don't give a fuck. But at any rate, they done got fucked up at the bar, met there, and she decided to take him back to her place for some, shenanigans. And the part that makes it crazy is the fact that this man, I guess, he couldn't perform. He couldn't keep his dick hard. Maybe he was nervous. He's a kid though, and like I said, you getting the blood from your dick come from your head and your feet. Now, because he couldn't keep his dick hard, this bitch went out her way. You know what? I need to stop, man, because it's not like that's cool. She dead. But he couldn't perform, and she started making fun of him and clowning him. Motherfucker, your dick don't get hard. Why your dick can't stay? Instead of her, just, okay, well, this is a wrap. We'll just kind of call it a night. Maybe she wanted it so bad, she thought that making fun of him was going to make him want to perform better. Let me explain something to you ladies. That shit is not how that works. It's not how it works. When the man starts thinking and he's nervous because he's not performing, because he's thinking all his blood is in his head now instead of in his dick, he needs to be able to relax and think, about sexual shit or something. But she laughing at the nigga instead of maybe putting on a porno, getting out some wine or something and let him hit a joint or something, and then, I don't know, play with his balls or something. I don't know. But she feel like she shouldn't have to do that maybe. And, this is why, me personally, man, I'm not finna buy no pussy because I don't necessarily want to be on no time constraint with this lady, man. But she trying to make fun of him, I guess, to make sure his dick get hard, which didn't work. And the nigga actually fucked around and killed that bitch. Like, yeah, bitch, the dick don't work, but this dick work. Yeah. And I RP Blanca, because I hate that she had to die. And it kind of makes me wonder now that I'm saying this, like, which one was the weird? Of course it was him. So if you're a man and your dick don't get hard because you nervous or whatever, just leave. Hopefully you've made her laugh. Y'all can come together again, and you can figure out what was wrong the last time. And, maybe it was the environment. Maybe you wasn't comfortable. Maybe you was scared that this bitch got a man. Probably she got pictures of niggas' shoes and you know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But the bitch is dead now. And Muhammad Ali, which this fucked up that name, is the weirdo of the week. Don't let this shit happen to you, fellas. Okay? Just walk away, man. If the bitch pussy stank or something and she can't keep your dick hard, or she trying to, do too much phone calls, you nervous, and just be able to call it and walk away. And maybe you can salvage it to do it or try to do it next time. But that's it, man. That's not good, man. And so that's it for that. Now we have who got active. Yeah. Now this was kind of interesting on this segment of who got active. We got A 15-year-old by the name of Lakeland Nickel, who was a hit and run victim. But what's crazy is he was struck by the car of his. When he was struck by the car, one of his earbuds fell into the man's car that hit him. And the man, instead of him stopping and seeing what was wrong with the dude, he left. He left the man on the ground and dipped off. His name is Peter Swing. Peter Swing was tripping. I guess he thought that, he was nervous because he had been arrested for drug possession before, which is his way of Mayo explaining. That shit don't fly. Because it could have been like, I don't know if y'all ever seen this show called Your Honor. That's a good show. It's with the dude that was in Breaking Bad, that started this, the dad in Breaking Bad. And so, he was a judge in this, and the show was good. You have to check it out. It's on Netflix now. It was on, I think, Showtime, but now it's on Netflix. If you got Netflix, you can check it out. But at any rate, this man drove off on this young man, left him for whatever. He's saying he's scared and he's gonna get to jail or whatever. Now, if he'd have stayed on the scene, he probably would have just got a ticket or something. Because I don't think the young man died. He just got hurt. He's injured. He went to the hospital. He's fine. His parents was nervous, that he, but this young man, I guess I don't know if it was him just trying to figure out where his earbud was so bad, but he tracked the dude down due to the fact that he had the man that had his earbud in the car, and the police found him. So Lakeland is our activated individual of the week haphazardly because he was just trying to find maybe his earbud, and he ended up finding the dude that hit him, and now Peter Swing is in jail because of it. So maybe you should understand that if you want to track somebody, you can just throw one of your earbuds in their car, and you can find out where they at. Or just get a air tag like a normal person. At any rate, I'm not trying to encourage anybody to track people that don't want to be found. If you feel like you gotta track a motherfucker, you probably don't need to be with them. But that's going to do it for today's episode of R&R. I have a pressing engagement that I have to deal with that's like happening now at this present moment. So I'm going to cut this episode down right now, and I'll see y'all next week. Have a good one.